One of the hardest things as an awper inside of Counter-Strike 2 is managing your economy. Today, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to do in order to actually get the op in your hands as much as possible. This is something that countless of you have suggested that I make a video on, and so today I want to reward you by actually doing so. I'm going to give you my advice as somebody who has opted at the ESL Challenger League level, competed internationally in tournaments with this, and just all around been using it for year after year after year in my face it pugs all the way up to FPL. This can be a lot of good stuff that you can learn from. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, guys. The first thing that you need to understand is that all of this obviously starts from round 1, either the first round of the game or the first round of the half. What I recommend as an awper is honestly just buying Kevlar Vest, because if we can get some kills early on in pistol round, it's going to increase our money, right? $300 per kill, giving us more likely of a chance to build money right off the bat to go save for that op. Now, if you're queued with other people, you can actually take advantage of this as well. Maybe they can drop you dualies so that you can farm money, right? You get even more chance to get kills. But ultimately look for ways to get those kills, because if you get 0 kills on pistol round, you're already starting yourself on the wrong foot, and it's going to be very, very difficult to actually manage any money that you're going to get, right? You're never going to actually feel like you have enough money to build up. Something I have to tell you right away is that if you are not winning rounds, like if you are down 5-0, 7-0, right? Of course, it's going to be so much harder for you to get an op up. So with, it goes without being said that if you guys can win rounds inside of CS2, it also allows you to buy the op more, hence making your life easier. So a lot of you are confused and you're like, Coach, I'm down 4-0 and I just feels like I can't buy an op. Well, yeah, I mean, your team is constantly losing. It honestly is going to be extremely difficult to get that op up. So I'm going to tell you the exact routes you need to go down when it comes to managing your economy. But first, I have a message about how to get the best looking op skins inside of the game.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys, so let's talk about it. So ideally we can win pistol. If we win pistol round, honestly, it's going to depend on CT or T side, but one route that you can go down is actually just getting an MP9 or a Mac 10 off the get-go. Boom. The second round, we're already getting a Mac 10 or MP9. And if you have the intention of actually, getting that op up as early as possible, one strat that you could run that I think is pretty effective is you could just get like a smoke and a nade or smoke and molly, whatever you think you're going to need in the round, especially if the other team didn't get bomb plant, if they're T side, or if you think the CTs are going to full eco. You don't necessarily need all of the money, and your main focus now is to eco farm. Eco farming is extremely effective because every time we get a kill with one of these MP9 or Mac 10s, I believe the bonus reward is $600. It's either 600 or 900, but regardless, it's going to help you build that bank right off the bat. So many of you guys can't get an op up because round 2, you're literally just sitting here and buying an M4, which is absolutely fine, right? Like that is absolutely fine. But if your only intention, your only goal is to get an op up as early as you can in the game, then doing this isn't going to really help you because you're instantly buying all the way down, which is fine. You're buying a rifle, which isn't going to give you much kill reward. And it's just overall really difficult. Now, if you're queued with somebody, you could, in theory, buy a rifle, focus on getting kills doing that, and then your homie buys the MP9, he goes crazy, gets kills for you, and then eventually buys you an op and drops it, right? But as far as like solo play goes and you trying to consistently get it up as much as possible, that second round MP9 or Mac 10 when you win the pistol is extremely effective to build that bank. And guys, don't just toss the MP9 or Mac 10 out. Don't feel like you need to buy that op right away. No, use that MP9 or Mac 10 as a bonus round. So many of you are just buying op round 3 and throwing your gun out, and I'm like, dude, I get that you want to be an awper and stuff, but like don't literally just like chuck your Mac 10 out of the map and MP9. Use it for one more round to just, again, build that bank, build that eco up even more. Another strat that you guys have to be aware of is the fact that you don't always have to buy the up, right? Especially on maps like Inferno, T side. A strat that a lot of players run at the high level is they actually don't even buy an up. They just sit there and get AK instead of spending $4,750, knowing that they're still proficient with the AK. They're still able to get kills with it. So then they sit there and kill the other team's awper, pick up his op, and then guess what? the op costs $0. So you're absolutely chilling now. When we do this, it can actually be really easy to get more ops up because yes, at the beginning of the game, you don't have that many, but you're actually building your economy more and more and more, and it becomes very easy. Another thing I have to say, and of course in solo queue, this isn't always going to be a given. Guys, just because you don't have money doesn't mean you can't trade with other people. It doesn't hurt to ask. People might reject you, they might ignore you, they might do that. But if you're sitting in spawn and you see a teammate that has $6,000, can you be like, hey bro, can you drop me an op? I'll get you a rifle nades, right? And so usually if you offer them a rifle and nades, they will trade you. I understand there's people in matchmaking and in Premiere and Face It that won't do that, but it doesn't hurt to try. So hey bro, let me trade you. So drop him that. Well, don't drop your pistols. Drop any util, you can buy them as well. And cool, awesome trade, right? Boom, we take that trade. It's a good deal. So that's also another thing you got to realize is like, it's not all on you. It's not all on you. You have teammates that can trade with you and do that. So yeah, if you guys watch my streams, you see that when I play with community members, this is extremely easy because I'm able to be like, hey bro, like, yo, let's swap here. Let's do this, right? So if you surround yourself with great people, it's a lot easier as well. So that's why I recommend playing in my Face It Club down below, the CoJo Pros. You can play for knives, play for skins, all kinds of good stuff while learning, while being able to do these type of things. Let's back it up a little bit and go back to that pistol round. Say we lose the pistol round and our team is saving. The reason you're not able to get an op up so much in this game is because on rounds that you are saving, you're not actually saving. So my next tip is like, guys, you got to make sacrifices as an opper. If you are choosing to buy the most expensive rifle in the game, the most practical rifle, I get there's auto, sniper and stuff. Guys, of course you're gonna have to make sacrifices. You're like, CoJo, why can't I get an op up? Well, bro, because you're buying armor in a P250 or you're buying armor in a 5.7 when your team is saving, which cool. It's okay if you're rifling, but if you're opping, you're just completely taking the op out of your hands. This is something that I've had coaching in the past. I worked with Nifty in the past and he pointed this out with me. He's like, CoJo, you're spending way too much on these eco rounds. And yes, it gets you more kills in these eco rounds, makes you feel better in that way, but it's totally taking that op out of your hand for these buy rounds, right? So it's an interesting thing to think about because it can be a risk reward type of thing. But if you're purely just trying to get that op up, yeah, you're gonna have to USP it up a little bit more. You're gonna have to Glock it up a little bit more. And all these guys, for those of you that are really new beginners, just understand that you can know how much money you're gonna have next round and either do the math by just looking at this little thing right here, the loss bonus. Every round you lose, you're gonna get more and more and more loss bonus. And then also you can go into your buy menu here and it's just going to tell you the next round minimum, right? So if I sell this, it's going to go up. And obviously it'll make more sense in your actual server. It won't be like crazy amount of money. So yeah, man, these are just little tips that I've had that have really helped me get the op up more. One thing that I want to say before I end the video is that one of my best tips for getting the op up more is you have to save. So many of you are like, dude, coach, I feel like I get the op up, we lose one round, it's over. You're not saving the op enough. If you're playing Dust 2 and the other team goes out B and you're in like a 2v4 situation, why are you even trying to stick around and go for it? I get that you want kills with the op. I get that you're trying to do that, but your best bet is honestly just to save, come out here and reset, because you going for it, yes, you get 2 kills with the op, your team ends up losing, so you feel good, but then it's like, dude, I don't get the op in the next round. I don't get to op again. So if you truly want to op more and get the gun up as much as possible, you have to be able to save. You have to be able to play safe at certain points, right? Go for your picks, go for your moves, right? But if you are constantly dying as an opper, of course you're never going to get it up, right? Everyone is so obsessed and concerned with how many kills do I have? How many kills do I have? But genuinely, when you play this role, I'm so serious that the amount of deaths that you have, I think, is arguably even more important than the amount of kills that you have. 100% as an opper. That's my hot take. We'll end the video on that. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Go ahead and check out my Face It Club, my streams, and if you want to support for free, join that Discord. I'd love to interact with you. Love to do that. So appreciate every single one of you. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep doing our thing. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Thank you so much to LBK, TBS Knock, Xgrip, Josiah, and Varix for being members on the channel. Your support means everything to me. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep grinding, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.